You're not going to be successful until you toughen up and have thick skin. What's going on, guys? It's Uzziah, your success consultant, and in today's video, I want to show you all the reasons why you're not successful because of the fact that you're not tough enough in order to achieve success. I want to share with you what it's like for me growing up in the business world as a young black man trying to be successful. The business world has always been known to be ruthless, tough, painful, and extremely stressful, and is that much more stressful when you're a young black professional trying to make it. Nobody else will tell you this. I'm telling it to you as someone who's actually been there and is living it every single day. If you want to become successful in this life, you have to have thick skin. Because the only way that you're going to start from the bottom and make it is if you're willing to get torn down enough to take yourself to a whole new level. So as always, I'm going to share with you the top 3 insights that you need in order to make your life as successful as possible. So the first thing is this. I want you to understand that if you don't get your emotions in check and leave them at the door, your emotions are going to make a brick wall that your success and your accomplishments cannot get past. What does that mean? If you're going to be successful in this life, you can't do it by yourself. You're going to need to have a mentor. You're going to need to go out and find somebody that can help you step up your game. You're not going to find this mentor and they're not going to take you in all willy-nilly. I'm giving you the honest truth. Whenever I have sought out mentors and I found somebody that really had the knowledge, the skills, the ability, and the experience and the track record to help me reach another level of success, they weren't just sitting around waiting for me to show up. They were already making things happen. And oftentimes I had to find people from other cultures and other communities to show me the things that I never learned in my community growing up. These are people that at the end of the day really don't give a damn about you like that. I'm giving you the honest truth. Everybody in the business world at some level is trying to make it. It's very competitive. So when you step into a room and, you're this young minority, people are looking at you like, who the hell are you? Why do you need a seat at the table? What is it that you're bringing to this experience that actually creates value in the world? So when you find mentors, what I'm saying today, it really applies across any area and any color. But what I'm saying is that much more heightened being young and black with the odds being stacked against us. What I'm telling you is, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to go out and find people who really don't care about you that much, but you're going to have to draw things from them in order for you to be able to change the game. They will say things to you that you may not like. They will do things in a way that you will not like. Trust me, it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time, but every now and then, in order for your life to change, you're going to have to be tested. You're going to have to be kind of cut down in a way, so that way you actually remember the lessons that you really have to get. I'm going to give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. I remember there was one time that I was in a room full of people, and I'm the only black guy there. I'm probably the youngest person there. And I'm sitting next to one of my mentors, and I'm asking him a question. I'm asking a question that I'm thinking in my mind is a valid question. It's a professional question. It's something that I felt that I needed to know in order to be able to get myself ahead. And do you know what he did? He just shrugged it off and dismissed it completely. He said, I'm not answering that effing question. And this is in a room full of other people that's sitting back and watching the only black guy in the room get reamed. And right there in that moment when that happened, I immediately started to get defensive. I immediately start to feel insecure because I was like, damn, I just got put on the spot and I'm the only person from my background in the room. So I already felt like I had a chip on my shoulder on the strength of that. But you know what I said to myself? I said, Uzziah, well, why do you let this bother you so much? And why is this person saying it to you? You know, is it really because of the fact that just because you're this young black guy, he's not taking your question? Or is there something beyond that fact, which is something that he's trying to show you about the type of questions that you ask? Is it that he's not taking your question because of the fact that you're black, or is he not taking your question because he's trying to elevate you to be able to ask better questions, more thoughtful questions, more valuable questions? And in that moment and in that experience, I had to be able to face some uncomfortable truths about myself in order to get myself to the next level. Nobody's going to come and hold your hand in order for you to be successful. You may have to be dismissed. You may have to get put on blast. You may have to be talked to at times in a way that you might feel you're getting disrespected when really your mentor is just trying to light the fire under your ass. I'm just being honest with y'all in today's video. This is real talk. There's going to be times where you're going to receive messages that are God sent and God given, but it may come to you in a way that you wouldn't expect. So I want to warn you with this message today. This is inevitably going to happen to you if you're serious about traveling the road to success. There will inevitably come a time where you're going to go seek out a mentor and find somebody that can change your life, but they're going to do and say things in unconventional ways. And if you allow your emotions to get the best of you, you're not going to get the value that comes from that situation, because you're just going to be all in your feelings, not taking away the things that you need to actually grow as a person. Do not let that emotional wall get the best of you, okay? I have seen this time and time and time again. When you walk into a room and you let your emotions tell the story, you're not going to walk out with anything new, because your emotions will not make room for it. If you let your emotions and your defensiveness and your need to feel right and your ego do the talking, then what's going to happen is you're going to walk into a room trying to prove something. You're going to posture as if you already know everything that you already need to know in order to be successful. So when someone challenges you or questions you, you're never going to actually do the thinking that goes into, well, you know what? Could my approach be better? Could my thought process be better? Is what I'm hearing taking me to the next level? You're not going to think that, because you're so busy in your ego and your emotions. You're going to leave out of that room with the exact same knowledge base as whatever you had when you walked in. You're not going to grow. You're already going to hit your ceiling, and that means you're not going to make any more money. Your life isn't going to get better. You're not going to have a better schedule. You're not going to have a better quality of living. You're not going to have a better circle. You're not going to have more happiness, all because of the fact that your emotional brick wall will not allow these things to take root. So that's the first one. The second thing is this: no pain, no gain. And one of the things that the late Jim Rohn, a great success teacher, often taught was that if you want to be successful, but the success is tough, don't wish that success was easier. Wish that you were better. Very important. I'm going to say that again. If you want to be successful, and becoming successful is hard. I'm not one of those get rich quick schemy guys that's going to be all on YouTube telling you to just download my free program and instantly you're going to be an instant success. Your success is not going to happen overnight. I'm giving you these videos for free. Really, you should just subscribe to get these videos for free. But what I'm telling you is, if you want to become successful, and success is hard, don't wish that becoming successful were easier. Wish that you were better. Because when you think so much about wanting and hoping and praying and complaining and gossiping about how hard success is and wanting it to be easier, is the world ever going to change to that request? Is the world ever going to say, well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Being successful is really so hard. Let me make it that much easier just so you could have a piece of the pie. Just so you could have a seat at the table. Let me make it all easy now, just so that way you can win. Success is not going to do that. In fact, success will make things harder for you because you're saying that before it makes it any easier for you to win. So don't spend time, don't waste time wanting success to be easier. Instead, I need you to invest the time in yourself, in your self-development, in making yourself better. That's the real game and the winning ingredient behind every single person that has reached success. Instead of complaining about what's happening, what's going on in the economy, who's doing what, what's happening in the news, what somebody did or said to you that you don't like, how hard a task is, how you feel like you can never get ahead. Instead of complaining and spending so much time wallowing in those conversations, extremely successful people, they don't focus on those things at all, but rather they go within and make themselves better. So guess what? If you're watching this video right now and you say, you know what, man, I wish I could have my own business. I wish I could have my own YouTube channel. I wish that I could do this and I wish that I can do that. Don't wish that the process was easier to start a business. Make yourself better by investing in learning the knowledge that it takes to start a business. I've told you before in a previous video why I read a book a week. I didn't just come out of my mama's womb knowing about a business. I have to pain myself to study it. I have to make myself better. So that way, instead of complaining about how I can't be afforded an opportunity because I'm young and black, yes, we are discriminated against, no doubt. Yes, it's hard as hell for us to make it, no doubt. But instead of that being my only lens on life, I recognize I have to work 10 times harder than anybody else in order to be afforded that opportunity. And that's the only way that my life will change. Complaining, gossiping, sulking is not going to do nothing for me. Playing the victim is not going to do nothing for me. The only way that I can get ahead is if I invest in myself. And I plant the seeds, and then God gives the increase. So that's the second one. Don't wish that it was easier. Wish that you were better. Wish that you were tougher. Wish that you had skin thick enough so that way, no matter who tells you whatever, you're going to take the good that comes with it and keep it moving on the rest. Last but not least, third point. I want you to be able to embrace the pain so that way you welcome the criticism when it comes, so that way you can get to the next level. Very important, very important. You know the reason why? I want you to embrace the pain so that way you can be a light to others. Imagine if I never went through this experience in my life, and every time something hard happened to me, I just walked away. I decided to quit. I turned a blind eye to it. I just pretended it didn't exist. And this is what so many people do, which is the reason why there's very few leaders that can speak to you about how to get ahead from experience. Think about this point very sincerely. You know, when I was growing up, right, in South Central LA, I found myself going through times and processes where I had people in my life that were well-intentioned. And And everything that they were telling me, they really meaned well. But because of the fact that they themselves had not done it, I was at a disadvantage because I needed to know the steps that was required in order to actually get ahead. If you want to be a light to somebody else, is it enough to just be well-intentioned, or do you want to show them the process? Do you want to be able to show them the steps? When you look at other communities and how they're able to get ahead, oftentimes you're going to find people and mentors and leaders that's able to actually show the process of how to get ahead. It's not just going to be loose talk. So even if you're not strong enough yourself to be able to embrace the pain, I want you to develop a skin thick enough to be able to handle it, so that way you can be a light to others. The same way that I'm going through all of this hell, going through ruthless business owners to learn how to start a business, having horrible bosses that didn't give a damn about me, but me having to go through those experiences to actually learn how to develop myself and win. The same way that I've been sacrificing myself to get ahead so that I could come back and give it all to you, like the Robin Hood of our community, I want you to be able to do the same in your life. Because you can't build a nation on the back of one person. You can't just do it as a one-person show. This isn't just about me. So I want you to internalize this message for yourself, because a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. I need you in order to become successful. Without you being successful, I am not successful. And there's too much me. I got to do my own thing. Every man for himself in this society, especially within our community. I want you to focus on these messages so that way you can repay me simply by giving to someone else what I gave to you in today's video. So please, subscribe to this channel. Share this video with a friend that needs to hear this. Our people, we need to hear this. Our friends need to hear this. Our family needs to hear this. Those that we talk to and work with and the people in our environment every single day, they need to hear this message. So if you're not sharing it with them, are you helping to build your own community? Or are you kind of destroying it because you're taking the best gifts and you're keeping it a secret, right? Don't hide it under a bushel. Share it with a friend. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. See you soon.